Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson. And Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. All right, so inspiration to do this lesson is just the fact that a lot of people, when you try to correct them, when you try to tell them, hey, what you're doing is wrong, they get mad at you. They hate you for correcting them. They hate you for telling you, for, bestowing you with some wisdom, right? When, wisdom and knowledge is a very important thing, a very crucial thing. As the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. But the thing is that people, they don't like being wrong. And you know what? In all honesty, I have to blame that on Babylonian society, all right? Because a lot of what they kind of not necessarily teach you, all right, but condition people to think is that you can't take handouts. If you look, you're gonna look stupid, and if you look stupid, then that's just bad. That's just unacceptable, all right? You have to be right. All right, like no one can tell you that you're wrong and stuff like that. It's just Babylon just promotes pride. I'll be honest and say that even me, I suffer from that sometimes. From all the above that I just mentioned. All right, sometimes I do suffer from that, but the thing is, like you can't. The mindset that we have is that we cannot be thinking that nobody can correct us, all right, or that we're above someone else, and that person and said people cannot correct us. Okay, now let's get this. Psalm chapter 37 verse 11, but the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. All right, so meek, what is meek? What is the definition of meek? Meek, quiet, gentle, and easily imposed on, submissive. All right, those that are willing to just calm down, I guess, position or whatever, get to their heads. All right, which you got a lot of that in Jake, okay? Jake is so, fixated on trying to obtain some sort of high position in Babylon, all right? Like, they really want to be, seen as something, all right? Which is understandable because, yes, we are, doesn't the scriptures say? Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. All right. The servants in this case is Esau, Edom, and the princes walking as servants are the Israelites. All right. So we are the princes. All right. We are the princes, the princesses. All right. And we're walking as servants. We're not in the right position that we're supposed to be at. Okay, so yes, of course, there's going to be some, some, I guess, pride and arrogancy. But at the end of the day, we need to keep that in check. We need to, humble back down and remember why we're here. Okay. Also, this is supposed to be for the most part, a learning experience. All right. But for the most part, a learning experience / punishment. Okay, we're being punished right now because we went off, and when we were in power, all right, we went off and we didn't keep the laws, statutes, commandments of YAHAWASHI, and we served other gods. All right. So now we have to, put up with what we're going through. We have to deal with it now because we went off. All right, and there's no one to blame but ourselves. All right. So Yahawadah, we're able to, put off that pride, that arrogancy, and simmer down or get down, lower your mindset on how high you think you are. or how high we think we are. All right. Proverbs 27 verse 5. Okay, going back into, how people hate being corrected. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Okay, so we need to be able to show examples. All right, when people say, and this it's not a matter of like trying to embarrass anyone. All right, if like people make mistakes, and the thing is about a mistake is that you're going to make a mistake. Okay, so yes, sometimes we make mistakes. We're not perfect. Okay, we're not yet perfect. We're going to be perfect when we get our spiritual bodies, but as of right now, we're not perfect. Okay, so yes, we're going to make mistakes. Okay, we're not perfect as YAHAWASHI was, so we are striving to do better and be better. All right. So over here, Proverbs 27 verse 5, open rebuke is better than secret love. We can't we have to be able to be willing to, understand that, if a brother says, hey, yo, you don't do that, don't do this, that, and the third or whatever. Okay. And, it's in front of other people. Like, it's going to be as an example, this is a bad thing to do. Okay. Because if you let someone seemingly get away with doing something bad, like, I don't know, fucking, I can't think of an example. Like, examples are really bad. Coming up with an example off the top is really hard. But anyway, like, the main point is, if someone is doing something wrong, okay, and other people see that they're doing it and no one is saying anything, and then they're going to think that that's okay for them to do it. And that's the thing for me. When I was younger, all right. Oh, perfect example. I was just thinking about that today. Perfect example is when I was younger, all right, I would see people. I thought that those lights at the traffic lights, there's the crosswalk lights. Okay, I thought, yes, this is for me. When it says walk, when it shows the person symbol that shows walk, then you walk. That's when I'm supposed to go. But for me, when I was a kid, I saw people walking when it said stop, when it wasn't allowing them to go, and then I just thought, like, okay, well, now I don't know, am I supposed to follow this or am I not supposed to follow it? And like that's a bad example to someone that is not as, I guess, aware. Initially, obviously, okay, yes, you follow the thing, but then when other people are doing stuff that goes against the rules and no one's correcting them on it, all right, then other people think, okay, well, now I don't know, this seems more effective, this seems better, so maybe I should just copy them and just ignore the thing or ignore the rules since no one said anything to them and whatnot. All right. So of course, again, this is why open rebuke is better than secret love, because it sets a bad example if not corrected out in the open for everyone to see that this is a bad thing to do. All right. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. The thing is, if fools hate knowledge, this is the key thing that we're going into, and it's the fact that when you are correcting someone, they hate to hear that they were wrong. They hate, how do you do stuff better? Okay, instead they will justify the actions that they do, or they will try to find a way to justify the actions that they've done, regardless of even if they believe it or not. All right, believe that what they did was wrong or not. Even if you break it down into the most simplest of ways, all right, they just hate being corrected. All right, which again, like I said, we all need to fix that if it applies to you. All right, me first and foremost, start speaking to myself first and foremost. Okay, if I need to be knocked down a peg, then so be it. Yahawadah. Galatians chapter 4 verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? So once again, even this also goes into us telling our people to repent. Okay, now we become enemies. We've been seen as a hate group and this, that, and the third. When just because we speak the truth, our people to repent and the wickedness of their ways. And you see this when we talk about the alphabet stuff. Okay, for me personally, like, it's just whenever I try to correct someone, okay, again, like, or slack it, just in general, I'm seen as the mad one, the person that always has something to say and whatnot. Okay, and I never want to let something go, because I guess I was raised, or I guess slacking. Better yet, a better term to say is, it has always been in my spirit that slakia. It has always been in my spirit that if someone does something wrong, they either need to pay for it, or they need to acknowledge that what they did was wrong, and they need to do better and correct themselves. That has always been in my spirit ever since I was a little kid. Okay, so as a result, okay, I am very, for the most part, confrontational with many different things, when in actuality it's because we are not in the kingdom of heaven. I should not be confrontational. All right, but it doesn't take away from the fact that on a baseline level, all right, well, that's just in terms of how I should be dealing stuff. I acknowledge that I should not be as confrontational, and I should just let some stuff slide, and on a personal level. But in terms of what's right and what's wrong, the fact of the matter is that I am trying. I do attempt to correct people, but the thing is that these people do not appreciate, be it people that I talk to in my daily life, or people that I have to deal with when it comes to this truth. Okay, so the thing is, we are seen as evil people, mean enemies, because we believe in the truth, and they want to stay and live in their lie. All right. Matthew chapter 24, verse 48. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming. So now, well, actually, let's get the second half. What the? Okay. Bear with me, Slovakia. It's loading. Oh, you know what? It's because of my internet. Anyway, Slovakia about that. Verse 49. And shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of. Okay. Verse 51. And shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay, so, all these people. Okay, Sluggy, this was a big thing. All right, all these people that I've been saying, it's been all these years. You've been on the street corners for all this time. Where is he and stuff like that. And that's the thing, that number one, that this is the scoffers. All right, these are the scoffers, as well as the people that just said, you know what, I'm done waiting for the Lord. I'm just gonna go do my own thing or whatnot, or I have all this time to do it because he's not gonna come until a whole long time. And when in actuality, all right, one of the things, okay, in second Esdras, but not second Esdras. Yes, it was second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right. So all the all the prophecy. We're supposed to be keeping an eye on all the prophecies. And if you are a diligent servant, what's the other one? Oh yeah, Slakia. All the people, that are just being iniquity, or Slakia, evil is growing in the world. Iniquity is growing in the world. All right, and Yahawadah, very soon we can expect to see a draft, because also I don't know if you've heard, probably not, but whatever. Just this is also a news channel, because we do look out for the times. But the thing is, the military, U.S. military, they did not reach their recruitment quota. Let me actually see if I can find it. U.S. Army. Okay. Yeah, the U.S. Army recruiters are collectively failing to reach their quotas. Okay, blah blah. Oh, recruiters. Okay, Slakia. So yes, recruiters are failing to reach their quotas. That's number one. Number two, there are a lot less people that want to go, fight in the army. Fight in the army now. All right. So yeah, there's a lot less, people that want to fight for the country. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3, which yes, that Yahawadah eventually will lead to the draft, as well as the technology that they have been advancing to get the Neuralink and all that stuff. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So again, it just all goes back into, I want to do what I want to do. All right. And it's just, that's not what the Lord wants. That's not what the Lord set up for us. That's not what he wants us to do. Slocky. I don't know why I'm freaking stuttering. Anyway. So, with the whole, doing whatever they want to do, it's just that's the primary thing with the whole alphabetism, and it extends further alphabet mindset. All right. So the whole with that, these people they don't like to be told that they can't do certain things. Another thing is, there was this one Jake, all right, who's saying that, we can eat pork. And again, it goes back into trying to justify anything and everything, all right. Slakia, trying to justify their wicked actions when they know that they're wrong, even though there are clear scriptures that contradict their mindset and their logic. All right. But yeah, a brother had already, showed that one guy that was saying that we can eat pork and whatnot, and everyone it's just there. All right. And moving on, Slakia. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. So again, this is a scoffing what's called phrase, I guess, sentence, whatever. Where is the promise of his coming? Okay, where is he? I don't see him. All right. And in actuality, we see the signs, we see all the things that signify that things are drawing closer and closer to the end. All right. As I had previously mentioned before, all the current events that are going on. And if you were, Israel Hamas as well. If you are paying attention, okay, you will also be able to see, just how close, we are to the end. Even some Edomites are even able to see that we're drawing closer to the end. Okay, you got these conservatives, all right, that are, I think they have like a bunch of underground bunkers and shit like that. Okay, guns, ammunition, food stocked up. All right, like that's their way of getting prepared. All right, even though the Lord didn't tell us to stock up like that. All right, we need to stock up on faith. That's what we need to stock up on as Israelites. But we're not supposed to stock up like them. But that's their way. All right, that's their lot. All right. Actually, let me get it out right quick. It's Luke chapter 12. Yep, Luke chapter 12, verse. Luke chapter 12, verse 15. And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, well, first of all, in verse 15, it's saying, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possess. So having a lot of things is not going to help you out in your life. All right. Verse 16, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth himself, saying, What shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But Yahawadah said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich towards Yahweh. And he said unto his disciples, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body which ye shall put on. Life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn, and Yahweh feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls? Okay. So now with this whole thing, the first half, it says, there was a rich man. Okay, he was going to work a bunch, prepare, store a whole bunch of stuff into his big storehouse. All right, and immediately right after he stored, he had finished all the preparations. Finished all the preparation. Okay, he had a big ass storehouse of food. All right, and goods and whatnot. Immediately after, the Lord said, "Okay, well, it's time for you to die." All right, like. You're done. You have all this money but now who's going to benefit off of it? All right. And then the second half is showing about just the same way that the Lord lets the fowls, the ravens or whatever, eat. Okay, they don't have any storehouses and whatnot. They don't store up food. Okay, the same way they can eat and they're good. Okay, is how the Lord's gonna take care of us, okay? Because with both of these so close together, all right, we can extrapolate that the fact that the Lord, took away the owner or killed the owner, the abundant storehouse, okay? The way the Lord took away the owner or killed the owner of the abundant storehouses, it is nothing that the Lord could just lead his faithful men to that abundant storehouse to benefit off of it. All right. So he made someone else work for it and have one of a carnal man work for it and a spiritual man benefit off of it. It's literally that easy for the Lord. All right. Now, Jude verse 18, how that they told you there should be mockers in the last time who walk after their own ungodly lusts. Okay, again, like, we have to separate ourselves from, being carnal and wanting to build carnally and focus on being spiritual, being rich towards Yahweh. All right, you want to build up your spiritual bank account. All right, so that in the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna be good. In your time of trouble, you're gonna be delivered. Okay, Yahawadah. Oh yeah, that's basically it. It's just a matter of having faith. Okay, building yourself up in the faith. Okay, being more spiritual rather than carnal. Okay, yes, we do need certain carnal things, but at the same time, we need to understand that we need to understand that we need to, our primary focus should be being spiritual. All right, and to the whole lesson. All right, the fact that the whole lesson that I was doing is that we also need to be willing to accept that, okay, you know what, this person is right. I need to calm down, take the good from the rebuke. All right, because the fact that they are bothering to tell you that you're off, that you're going off, that's a good thing. Okay, they genuinely care about you. All right, understand that and remember that. Okay, don't just think that, okay, well, this person hates me because they're always screaming at me, they're always telling me this and the third. Okay, it's because they love you, that they want you to be better, to do better, and they're looking out for you. All right. So with that, I hope this system was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, DTA, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.